What's up? Welcome to your Daily Buckeye Blitz for a Friday. Yes, it's a Friday, March 15th, 2024. Hope you're doing well as we ooze our way into the weekend. Today, we're talking about the quarterback position, getting you ready with our breakdown of the spring preview. These quarterbacks are in for it. It's a lot going on here, a lot of action. Speaking of quarterbacks, I saw Devin Brown and Lincoln Kienholz were at a UFC fight last weekend down in South Beach. Stay out of trouble, guys. That's all I can say. All right. Hey, check out the BuckeyeCast.com. Check out the video vault. We've got almost 300 videos in there of your past Buckeyes, past Buckeye games. We've got a ton of condensed games in there and your Buckeye legend highlights. It's a Buckeye YouTube with no commercials, no ads, none of that. So check it out. Sign up for the free trial. No credit card required or anything. And again, no ads. So visit the BuckeyeCast.com, Video Vault, get your recruiting stuff, everything. So, oh, and hit me up if you guys have any questions or comments, topic ideas, things you want to talk about. The summer's going to be pretty quiet. So hit me up with any topic ideas you'd like me to talk about or you want to talk about. All my contact info is below the show, below the video, or if you're listening on podcast, we do appreciate you. All my contact info is down below. Call, text, email, carrier pigeon, whatever works for you. All right, let's get into it today. We're talking quarterbacks. We're continuing our position breakdowns for the spring. So, in case you haven't heard, the Buckeyes opened spring practice with 5 scholarship quarterbacks. I'll let that sink in for a second. Yeah. And by the way, Bo Bishop on 97.1 has to fucking give it a rest. That's all he talks about. He talks about drilling something into the ground. We get it. There's 5 scholarship quarterbacks. It'll work itself out, or it doesn't. Who knows? Maybe they will carry 5 through the season. Fucking find something else to focus on. Jesus. I love Bo Bishop. Excellent voice. It's like molasses. But, dude, relax on the 5 quarterbacks. All right, so 5 quarterbacks in the room. It's new territory for Ryan Day. You got senior Will Howard. He transferred in from K-State. He also won a Big 12 championship there as a junior. Then you got redshirt sophomore Devin Brown. He comes in after losing the quarterback competition to Kyle McCord in a, I would say, controversial decision. Looking back, hindsight 2020. Controversial, is that the word? Yeah. Anyway, then you got redshirt freshman Lincoln Kienholz. He's back after having a bucket of chum thrown in his face in the Cotton Bowl. Thanks for that. Just left to the Sharks. And then you got the true freshman Noland, Julian Sayin, both 5 stars enrolled early. So love to see that. So your scholarship roster by age breaks down like this. Will Howard, redshirt senior in his last year, 6'5", 242, transfer from K-State where he started last year. Devin Brown, redshirt sophomore. Keep that in mind. You got to remember, this is not do or die for Devin Brown. He still has 3 years, 2 after this 2024 season, 2 more years of eligibility. But he led the QB battle at times last fall, but lost, allegedly. Lincoln Kienholz, redshirt freshman, 6'2", 200, ton of potential, but has not been through a spring camp yet or winter workouts till now. Noland, 6'3", he's the freshman, 6'3", 195, lit up the state of Georgia as a junior in high school. And Julian Sayin, freshman, 6'1", 195. Yeah, he's 6'1", whatever those recruiting rankings say, 6'2" or 6'3". No, 6'1". But he's arguably the top QB in the 2024 class, came in as a transfer from Bama. So for the starters, you got Will Howard. He's only been an opening day starter once. That was last season. But he started multiple games in 4 years at K-State. As a freshman, he started the final 7 games of the 2020 season due to injury to the starter. He started 3 games as a sophomore due to injury to the starter. Howard was supposed to be the Wildcat starter in 2022, but then they went into the portal and brought in former Nebraska quarterback Adrian Martinez. Yes, yes, of the family Martinez. Martinez won the job, but Howard still ended up starting 5 games. Say it with me, due to injury. But last year, however, Will Howard finally won the job and ended up starting all 12 regular season games before he hit the portal. Howard completed 61.3% of his passes for 2,643 yards, 24 touchdowns, 10 picks. He also rushed for 351 yards on 81 carries, scoring 9 times. Devin Brown's start against Missouri last year is the only start on the roster. He's the only one that got a start last year on the team for the Buckeyes. New additions. So it's not often Ohio State adds 3 new quarterbacks to the room, but that's exactly what happened. Along with Will Howard, Ryan Day signed 5-star Georgia prospect Noland. Noland threw for over 4,000 yards, 55 touchdowns as a junior, and won a state championship. Julian Sayin was the number 2 quarterback in the 2024 class, according to ESPN. Rivals and On3 also had him as a number 2. He was number 3, according to 24/7 Sports. Sayin originally signed with Alabama, but then hit the portal when Saban retired. So your depth chart looks kind of like this. 1 second. Your spring depth chart looks like this. Devin Brown or Will Howard. That's the head-to-head battle for the starting job. Then you got Lincoln Kienholz, the third man in, and then Julian Sayin or Noland backing up them. It's up in the air exactly which. We'll get into the spring practices and who's leading the way there. But the latest quarterback, Devin Brown, is first in drills. Will Howard second. Third was Lincoln Kienholz. And then going through his first spring, of course. And then also going through their first spring is the true freshmen, Sayin and Noland. Will Howard showed he was a hard worker during winter workouts. Ryan Day said, quote, "A big part of the quarterback play here is what goes on in that weight room and Coach Mick. The leadership, the way that the guys work. You have to build credibility amongst your teammates. That's a big part of it. We talk to the quarterbacks about this all the time. Talked to CJ Stroud when he first went to the NFL, and he was like, you have to endear yourself into that building, and you have to earn the respect of the guys in the building," end quote. Now, Will Howard has to show it on the practice field. So I would expect the quarterback competition to be similar to last year's quarterback competition in that it's going to go through spring and summer without a decision. So just bear with me, lock it in, buckle up, whatever it takes. Devin Brown will lead the practice reps and drills since he's the only quarterback on the roster who has actually been through spring ball at Ohio State. Brown completed 16 of 28 passes last year for 217 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. He also ran the ball 22 times for 23 yards and a touchdown, often being utilized as a red zone running threat. So a question that we need to get answered is, how does Ryan Day get reps for all 5 quarterbacks? Again, this is the Bo Bishop hour. Devin Brown, Will Howard, Lincoln Kienholz will get the bulk of the reps. We know that. But you have to assume that Air and Julian Sayin will get fewer reps. Ryan Day and Chip Kelly have to weigh reps for the freshmen against reps for the quarterbacks who are much more likely to start this year, Even if they try to split reps 3 ways, that's still going to reduce reps for those 3. Of course, the mental reps will be important for those guys that aren't getting as many on-field reps, But Lincoln Kienholz, I could see him showing some things that we haven't seen yet, being kind of a breakout guy. He was put in a horrible situation again in the Cotton Bowl against Missouri when he had to step in for Devin Brown. Kienholz was blitzed nonstop. but it was a learning experience. Kienholz enrolled last June, so this was his first spring at Ohio State. Most of the focus will be on Will Howard and Devin Brown, but keep an eye on Kienholz. He's bigger, faster, and stronger than last year, and he's also got experience, and that is the most valuable. So one thing I will say in closing here, do not try to push any of these guys out the freaking door. Devin Brown was not happy when the media members or the fan base, whoever has been saying this, I think when the media asks the question, they've been thinking it, but they try and paint it like the fans are asking this question. But anyways, Devin Brown was not happy when he was asked about those in the media or fan base trying to push him into the portal. He said, quote, "Honestly, I think those people are cowards. I think people have this thought in their own heads that I'm going to leave and I'm a quitter. That's never been me. I mean, these people live wherever in their mom's basement saying stuff about me and they don't know shit. Excuse my language, but they don't know anything. They don't know who I am. They don't know who I've been. And that's always who I've been," end quote. So I'm not pushing Devin Brown into the portal. Again, he's got 2 more years after 2024. He could come back and be the starter next year, So we'll see what happens. Going to be another season of a key quarterback competition that's going to affect how the Buckeyes go this year. And the expectations are just to win it all. That's all. So that's all I got for you today. Talk to you tomorrow. Go Bucks.